The tribunal probing the conduct of 4 IEBC commissioners has recommended the removal of Commissioner Irene Masit from the electoral body. The Muchelule-led tribunal found Masit guilty of contravening the constitution, noting that the evidence before it shows Masit and 3 other commissioners were involved in serious violations of the constitution during the 2022 election. Kevin Mutai kicks off with that story.
On December 2nd, 2022, President William Ruto appointed a tribunal pursuant to Article 251 of the Constitution to probe and consider the petition for the removal of the embattled Cherera 4 as commissioners from Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission following the disputed 2022 presidential polls. 7 days later, the Vice Chairperson Juliana Cherera, Justus Nyang'aya and Francis Wanderi tendered their resignations, leaving Irene Masit to face the tribunal alone.
Cannot come from lawyers from the bar.
The tribunal, led by Court of Appeal Judge Irene Masit, began the inquest against Commissioner Masit, who faced allegations of violating the Constitution, gross misconduct and incompetence.
Your Excellency, the findings derived from the investigations have satisfied the tribunal that the allegations of serious violation of the Constitution and other laws and gross misconduct have been proved to the required standard to qualify our recommendation for the removal from office of Commissioner Irene Masit.
When a determination like the one you have reached is arrived at, it is not on the basis of rumors or prejudice, it is on the basis of facts and evidence.
Masit was the only remaining commissioner. This came after President William Ruto also declared vacancies at the commission following the retirement of Chairman Wafula Chebukati, Boya Molu and Abdi Guliye, leaving it without the requisite quorum as required by law.
This occasion is yet again another occasion when we celebrate our Constitution, that it makes provision for service by all Kenyans who serve in various capacities, and of course also provides for sanctions and exit for those who don't measure up or those who are not competent and those who cannot withstand enticements.
This tribunal is historical in the sense that it has trodden on completely new ground, because there have never been proceedings to invoke Article 251 of the Constitution throughout the history of this Constitution.
This now opens the door for the head of state to appoint a 7-member panel that will recommend a list of individuals to fill vacancies at the electoral agency. The move has been met with rejection from the opposition, led by Raila Odinga, who is threatening to demonstrate if a bipartisan task force is not involved in restructuring the poll agency. It was proposed that the selection panel shall include 4 nominees from the Parliamentary Service Commission, 1 person each from the political parties liaison committee and the Law Society of Kenya. Further, 2 more persons will be nominated to represent the Interreligious Council of Kenya.
I am hopeful that in future processes and institutions will be built that have sufficient competence and build on the firm foundation of the law and the Constitution, so that they can withstand any influence or threats or all manner of blackmail that sometimes accompanies public office.
Once in office, the selection panel will, within 7 days of its appointment, consider the applications, shortlist and interview all the applicants. After the interviews, the panel will forward the names to the president for the nomination of 1 person for appointment as the chairperson and 6 others as new members of IEBC, thereafter immediately taken to the National Assembly for approval. Kevin Mutai, NTV.